In regards to personal boundaries as an instructor, what's the difference between oversharing and sharing personal stories to illustrate your personality? I think oversharing is when you share way too many stories and they really don't have to do with the topic at hand, and it's distracting your students as well as yourself, and you're not getting on back on the topic at hand that needs to be discussed. And sometimes it's okay to share your personal stories, I think, though, but I think that would have to come in line with the topic being discussed that day, and you want to share a tidbit of your own experience to share with them as a learning tool to what you experienced with that particular topic. What topics are off limits for you? The main topic would be personal family issues and situations, things like that that have to do with the family. I would not discuss my family issues. It would just, I believe it would distract from the students if you're sharing those personal family issues that really should not be shared with students. Have you ever had an experience where you felt an instructor was oversharing? Not really. I One teacher does come to mind, but she wasn't really oversharing. She was more about her academia side as far as presenting the papers that she had written to conferences and things like that than she was really about the teaching itself. She was not very approachable as a teacher either. You could not really approach her. Her teaching assistant wound up teaching the majority of the class that term because I just don't know if she was just more wrapped up in her academia that term and couldn't balance the two, or if she just did not really want to be teaching, but she did anyway. In higher education, should any topics be taboo? I think as the instructor, that's when you have to draw the line of what you would consider being taboo and whether or not it would offend or make your students uncomfortable. If they're not really going to learn anything, I don't really think you should discuss that topic. And if they're going to learn something from it, maybe, but things can get really heated when you're talking about a topic that might be considered taboo. So I'm not sure I would say what topics would be taboo. I think it's up to the instructor to decide whether or not they were going to use that particular topic or not. In regard to self-promotion in the classroom, when is it okay to use your own writing in the classroom? When is it not? It's okay to use your own writing, I believe, as a learning tool when it comes to the topics like editing, revising, setting plot, world building, and you want to share your stuff as a tool for your students to learn from. When is it not? I think that falls under the fact that under the heading of sharing too much and it's not really helping the students learn anything, and you're just sharing to be sharing the personal writing. Will you leverage your career in the educational space in the bio section of your query letter or the author website? Yes, because I'm proud of both my career and my education that I have received. So I would want to share that with people and let them know that this is what I've accomplished and that it's part of who I am.